was speaking with, and half of them, the majority of them, they already know that they're Israel, but they still can't get the thought in their mind that in order for us to come back, in order for Christ to come back and save us, man, they need to repent and come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, man, of the Heavenly Father, right? Get that out.
The book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law.
So, Yahweh he said, think not that he come to destroy the law. Read.
Or the prophets.
Well, anything that the prophets prophesied. He didn't come to destroy none of that. Because there's still prophecies in the Old Testament that have became to pass yet, right? That's the prophecies that we're waiting, that we're watching, to come to pass. Read.
Not to I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
So he came to fulfill the things written of him in the Old Testament, right? Not to fulfill the laws, that, he did while he was on the scene, right? Do you know your nationality according to the Bible, my brother?
My brother, I'm looking and I'm taking real good time.
Give me Deuteronomy 15 and 15. Have you ever read the Bible before? Yes,
Have I ever what?
Have you ever read the Bible before?
Yes, I have. I read the Bible every school.
Do you know the man named Moses?
Yeah, Moses was a God.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 15, verse 15.
Brother, where are you going? I haven't even brought out one scripture yet. You see that? You see, our people is something else.
Yeah, bring it up.
Go ahead and bring it out.
Deuteronomy 15:15. And thou shalt remember that thou wast a bondman in the land of Egypt.
So we was, a bondman, in the land of Egypt, The 12 tribes of the children of Israel, we were bondmen under the Egyptians, read.
And the Lord thy God redeemed thee.
He redeemed us, right? Because this would be a good scripture, to bring to remembrance, that elder Jake's mind, But he ran, from the scriptures. He ran from this sincere milk, that I was trying to feed him, right? Man, you can draw them to the water, but you can't force them to drink it, right? Read.
Therefore I command thee this day, I command thee this thing
so
today.
he don't want to hear the commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, right? Look how fast he flees, from hearing this commandment, right? No, not yet. Hold on.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 28, verse 1. The wicked flee when no man pursueth.
So he fled, right? And I called the scripture and he got out here quick as ever, right? Read.
But the righteous are bold as a lion.
See, we out here, we're bold, we speak strong words, right? And they can't handle it, they can't take it. It's an itch in their ear, right? They cover up their ears, man. They don't want to hear this truth, right? You finish that off. Give me that.
Matthew chapter 19, verse 16. And behold, one came and said unto him, Good master, what good thing shall I do that I may have eternal life?
So, Jake came up to Yahweh Shai, who you know as Jesus the Christ, and asked him, what good things must he do to inherit eternal life? Which is supposed to be the main question that our people are supposed to be asking us when they come up here, and speak before the prophets of Yahweh Shai, right? Read.
And he said unto him, Why callest me good?
Why are you calling him good, right?
There is none good but one. That is God.
That is Yahweh. Only Yahweh is good. And Yahweh Shai, he gave all honor and glory to his Father, to our Father. Read.
But if thou wilt enter into life,
if you want to have life, do what?
Keep the commandments.
Keep these commandments, right? Keep the commandments that Moses received from the Most High on Mount Sinai. Keep those commandments. Those commandments are grievous. It isn't hard to do. You keeping this here even longer. Even when you already learned that you're an Israelite through the amount of precepts, that we fed you, but yet they still taking their time to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. It's taking them a millennia, So what is wrong with Israel? Get what you got.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, verse 15.
Sister, you know your nationality according to the Bible? Do you even care? Can we share with you some literature? It's to save your life. You see, our people, they don't care, right? And when the famine of the word happened, and when these bad and grievous things happen during their life, they gonna wish, you know, that they have heard the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, right?
Right.
But, you know, hey, that's 2/3, so you know, get that off.
Deuteronomy 30 verse 15. See, I have set before thee this day life and good,
Right?
and death and evil.
So the Most High set before us this day life and good, right? So people they kind of do have a free will, but you have a free will to choose good or evil, man. Pick your poison. You see? Read.
Verse 16. In that I command thee this day to love the Lord thy God.
Read that over. Yeah.
Deuteronomy 30 and 15. See, I have set before thee this day life and good,
Right? Life and good. Read.
and death and evil.
Death and evil. Right? Read.
And that I command thee this day to love the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to keep his commandments, and his statutes, and his judgments, that thou mayest live and multiply.
So you can only choose to keep the commandments and live, or don't keep the commandments and die, right? So pick your poison, man. If you choose not to keep the commandments of the Most High, then you're going to basically die here in the land of your enemies, the land of your captivity, right? But if you choose to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, man, then you'll have life eternal, right? So, right, give me, lock you. Brothers, you know your nationalities according to the Bible. Do you even care? You see, our people think this is a joke, man. They think this is a game. Give me Deuteronomy 9 and 24. And you give me Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 3.
Deuteronomy chapter 9, verse 24. Ye have been rebellious against the Lord from the day that I knew you.
So our people have been rebellious against the Lord our God since the day that he knew us, right? Since the day that we made that covenant, that agreement, you know, that signing contract, you know, Slaki, with the Most High. We've been rebellious since that day. Read. Let's say it on that. Yeah, get it over. Yeah, you read it.
Ye have been rebellious against the Lord from the day that I knew you.
So we've been rebellious against the Lord our God since the day that we know of. Go down. Yeah.
Thus I fell down before the Lord 40 days and 40 nights, as I fell down at the first, because the Lord said, destroy you.
So Moses was saying that if it wasn't for him, you know, pleading with the Lord, you know, he would have destroyed us and started over with Moses' line, you know. But Moses was speaking to the Most High and saying that if he would have destroyed us there in the wilderness, you know, then what would the heathen would have said, you know, against the Most High, you know? Read what you got.
The book of the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 3. For forward thoughts separate from God, and his power, when it is tried, reproveth the unwise.
Right? You know?
For into a malicious soul wisdom shall not enter, nor dwell in a body that is subject to sin.
So basically, wisdom cannot enter into a body. Say what? Read that over.
For into a malicious soul wisdom shall not enter, nor dwell in the body that is subject to sin.
Right, so wisdom cannot enter into a body subject to sin. So you have to be humble, right? And you have to receive, you know, this word with truth, with sincerity, right? To be able to understand these scriptures, and then that spirit, that fire, right, that you get, you know, once you start performing these laws, right, you start performing these holy days, right, you start keeping the Sabbath, you know, it makes you want to do these laws more and more and more, right? It's self-explanatory, right? It's easy to understand, it's easy to do. Give me Jeremiah 51 and 19.
Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 19. portion of Jacob is not like them.
Brothers, what is your nationality according to do you know? You're Mexican. Come hear the word.
Deal with it.
Come hear the word. Have you ever heard of the tribe of Issachar before? Have you ever read the Bible? Come hear the few scriptures, brother. We hear out 40. We hear 40. What is that you got a beard in your hand?
I probably shouldn't go there.
You good. Come on, bro.
Well, give him a flyer. Well, can we at least give you a flyer?
Is
that it on that?
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, verse 19. The portion of Jacob is not like them,
Right.
for he is the former of all things.
So we're basically the former of all things, man. What has the so-called white man invented here, in America, right?
Goddamn thing.
Nothing, right? The only thing that
Rape, robbery, and murder.
rape, robbery, and murder he sold throughout the entire earth, right? The only thing that he invented was the patent that he had on, the slaves that invented those things, right?
2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 7. Ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth.
So our people are ever learning, they forever learn, the doctrinal curriculum that they learn in these churches, that they learn, in the mosque, or what that other brother was talking about, Moorish America, right? Like, where do you even go to learn that crap, right? Like, that, it makes no sense, It's just foolishness, just trash, just put down to their children, man. What profit has that, She's still trying to hear this word? No?
He too drunk.
Hey.
He is drunk, bro.
He's on the wall right now. This is
Go ahead.
the book of Matthew, chapter 13.
13, 19.
13 and 19. Where anyone heareth, when anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understandeth it not.
Right? They don't understand it, right? They don't understand that these words, man, it brings you back to life, man, because as Ezekiel prophesied it, right? We're supposed to come out here and prophesy to the dry bones to give them life, right?
Matthew 13 and 19. When anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understandeth it not, then cometh the wicked ones.
Right. Then come up the wicked one, to take the word away, right?
And that was through the spirit, right? Brother don't want to listen to the wicked one walks up the goddamn street. You know what I'm saying? Fucking Goldilocks, man.
Cometh the wicked one and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart.
Right. He takes away the good things that were sown into his mind, Get that precept on.
2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 1. Therefore, seeing we have this ministry, as we have not received mercy. As we have received mercy, we faint not.
Right. So because of this mercy that we received, man, and we're out here doing the work, man, we don't really faint doing this work. Even though there's different ministries, different camps or whatever like that, but we're all coming with the same doctrine, and we're teaching that we're the 12 tribes of the children of Israel, right? We're the descendants of the man named Israel, the man named Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel, right? You so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and we're telling, the so-called white man whose biblical nationality is Esau, Edom, that he's going into slavery, for all the rape, rob, and murder and pillaging, that he's done across the known world, right? There ain't no other, well, even though he's the chief, wicked heathen, the other nation who had a hand in our captivity, they're going into slavery too. But it's just that Esau, he's going to get wiped off the face of the earth, man, after he, receive his jail time, Give me Ezekiel 25 and 14, and you give me 2 Thessalonians 1:6.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 25, verse 14. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom.
Right. He's going to lay his vengeance upon Edom, right? Which is the biblical name for the so-called white man. Why are you walking there? Why? You see that? He's too afraid to walk through, the lion's den because he's going to get roared on, right?
I got a precept.
Finish that.
By the hand of my people Israel.
So he's gonna lay the vengeance upon him by his people Israel, right? That's it on that.
And they shall do in Edom.
We gonna do in Edom, right?
That's right.
According to mine anger.
According to the Most High's anger, right?
And according to my fury.
Right? Because the Most High is furious at them because they touched the apple of his eye, right? Which is his chosen, the 12 sons, of Israel, right?
And they shall know my vengeance.
They gonna know the vengeance, He might look like a vagabond now, but his kings, right? His princes, his nobles, his government officials, his lieutenants, even all the way down to his soldiers, man, they gon' know what it feels like, man, in captivity, under us, right? And it's gonna be a righteous, captivity for us, We ain't gonna be doing the nonsense that they was doing to us in captivity, like cutting off, our rectums or whatever like that, raping the men, book breaking or whatever like that. No, they gonna start hardcore bondage, in the cotton field, and we ain't gonna show no mercy, man.
That's right. Don't put that old devil in slavery too.
That's right.
Let me get this.
Hey man, y'all believe in the Bible? So-called white man, you believe in the Bible? You know the Bible says that blacks, Latins, and Native Americans are gonna be whipping your damn back in the kingdom. That's right.
That's right. That's right.
You understand that, right?
Of course.
Of course. Right? Give me Revelation 13. Revelation 13, man. See, we got one cracker that knows his judgment, man, in the earth, man. Go ahead, man. Give me that, man, Revelations, man.
Book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity.
You led our people into captivity, so you got to go into captivity. Go ahead.
Shall go into captivity.
Shall go into captivity,
That's
right?
right.
All right, you can do it like a damn career, man. You gonna love it, man. Go ahead, man.
He that killeth with the
They
sword.
kill him with a sword.
Hey, we've all got
Must be killed with the
You
sword.
must be killed with the sword according to the Most High.
That's right.
That's right. This is Psalms 109, verse 10. Let his children be continual vagabonds and beg.
So this is your heaven, this is your kingdom, and you got poor people of your own race, your own nationality, right? Read.
And let them seek their bread also out of their desolate places.
Man, they ain't gonna look pretty, in the kingdom, man. Because now that I think about, when they be airing them shows, right, about Africa and how it's poor or whatever like that, and they be looking at the pictures and taking pictures of the young men, having their bones, able to show their skin, all famished, looking and whatnot, That's exactly how these so-called white men is going to be, man, in that day, in the cotton field, right? Sun up to sun down, right? From sun up to sun up.
That's right. The book of Psalms, chapter 137, verse 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof.
They took pleasure in destroying, our walls and our temple, man. They took pleasure in that, and we're going to take even more pleasure in destroying, the society that they built off of our blood, sweat, and tears, right?
That's right.
Read.
O daughter of Babylon.
Okay, so the so-called white man is the daughter of who?
Babylon.
The daughter of Babylon. Why is the daughter of Babylon? Because the same customs that the Babylonian captivity had over the Israelites, the same things they do, right? Like Nimrod, and the Christmas tree and all of that, right? And so on and so forth, right? And plus they took other, philosophies from different other nations, right? And compiled it all into this melting pot that we're in, so-called America, right? Read.
Who ought to be destroyed.
They ought to be destroyed.
Right. That's right.
They ought to be destroyed. They the perfect vessels fitted for destruction, right?
That's right.
That's right.
Read.
Happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us.
Man, we gonna be so happy to repay them for all BS that they've done to us. While we was on the clock, having to boot up and kiss up, to the managers, to the supervisors, all the BS and nonsense talk that they talk, behind closed doors against us, man. Read.
Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stone.
We even got the pictures here, right? Didn't they do that to us, man? Or didn't they do that to the Native Americans here? Right. Before they came to try to take their land? You know? Isn't that what they done to us here? Fed the indigenous people of this land smallpox and influenza and all them other, diseases, right?
Right.
Man, the evidence is all here, man. If one would just take the time and research, man, then they'll come to this understanding, right?
That's right.
Is that it on that? Go ahead.
Malachi 1 and 2. I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us?
So the Lord loved us, right? But yet our people say, wherein has, the Most High loved them, or us, Read.
Was not Esau Jacob's brother?
Don't they say that we're all equal? Don't they say that since our blood bleed red, that must automatically mean that we're, the same human beings, the same race? Don't dogs bleed red? Don't pigs bleed red?
That's right.
Don't mammals bleed the same? Keep reading.
Says the Lord, yet I love Jacob.
He loved Jacob. Do you know that you're Esau according to the Bible?
Yeah, God is good all the time.
Oh, you hear that? You see that? Even the devil knows that he is, man, keep reading.
And I hated Esau.
He hated this man. Look at him.